We're in the midst of a big change, and I think
that technology keeps changing and evolving. So
technology and AI and automation. We're starting to really get to a point where
invest in learning new skills, you become outdated very soon.
For sure. I think that humans are fundamentally survivors.
We've co-founded Unreasonable FUTURE with the Fossil Foundation, with Accenture, with Pearson. And together, what we're trying to do is catalyze a movement to ensure that the future workforce is equitable and inclusive.
This is about co-creating the future that we want. There are 1.8 billion young people in the world today. If we don't prepare them for a very uncertain future, then we will have failed.
We need to be realistic, but we need to be ambitious. If you're going to take on these really difficult problems, you need a huge diversity of perspective.
Very often this discussion of future work is done at a macroeconomic level. What I think is interesting here is we're just getting down to the discussions of how to find and source and build the talent they're going to need.
So to kickstart the movement, we brought together 15 growth equity CEOs, half disrupting the future of work and half supporting the future workforce. So the top ed tech learning, reskilling, upskilling, job training platforms on the planet, but also those that are disrupting big data, machine learning, robotics, 3D printing. I mean, these technologies that are completely transforming industry as we know it. By bringing them together, we're trying to spark a revolution. We don't know what that's going to look like, but part of this program is to try to humbly get some clarity around how that might happen.
There's such rapid change with globalization and the advancement of technology that people are struggling to understand how to keep up with that change. Skyhive is an artificial intelligence technology that extracts the skills from people, the skills from work to be done, and it helps people discover career pathways so they can remain relevant to the changing directions of the workforce.
Healthcare is ripe for disruption. It's on the tipping point of a major transformation. At NanoBioSim, we're building the next generation of infrastructure needed to deliver healthcare that takes the ability of diagnosing disease outside of a centralized lab into a handheld device that takes a fraction of the time and a fraction of the cost.
This future of work conversation is a long game, and it starts in education. Classcraft is an engagement management system for schools. We drive systemic, sustained engagement by using video game mechanics for the classroom.
When we're talking about the future of work, there are so many jobs that are not supposed to exist, especially when it comes to children who are being exploited as workers. As we help businesses to transform their operations, we offer automation solutions that can help them to increase their productivity and their profit without having to jeopardize the health, security, and dignity of millions of people around the world.
The inaugural program, we're holding it at 1440 in Scotts Valley. What that means is it's in the redwoods. And we're surrounded by trees that are over 1,000 years old. And if we can design companies that think even at the fraction of time that these redwoods live, that's the type of economic sustainability that I think is needed in the world.
The future of work could be a problem that we solve only with our head. But I think there's a lot of heart here. They care passionately about what they're doing.
To solve big problems, we have to involve companies, we have to involve entrepreneurs, young people, we have to involve nonprofit organizations.
We should be intentional about how we can use our imagination to dream up solutions to human problems.
We're surrounded by people here who are attacking the hardest problems. And when you see that, you've just got to be in awe and incredibly optimistic.
What we're trying to do here is not just have a conversation, but surface the answers around how do we ensure that future generations thrive.